Hello guys, my name is Hassan and welcome once again to Mo's Medical. Alright, so today is going to be a very different kind of video. I'm going to be talking about attrition rates as well as step 1 pass score. Right, I've gotten a lot of questions regarding the attrition rate of Caribbean medical schools and what are the average rate of people that pass the step 1 on the first try, and how well does the school prepare their students to take the step 1. Alright, so these are very good questions to ask, but I feel a lot of people are not looking at this data the way I think they should. Again, this is just my opinion. So today I'm just going to throw some more light on how I think we should ask these questions and use the information we get from the answers to these questions, okay? Alright, so the first question I'm going to talk about today is the attrition rate. Right, like I said, this is a good question to ask. A lot of students ask, or pre-meds ask, what is the attrition rate of medical school? Right, so a lot of the time I feel we tend to attribute attrition rates to how well the school is or how good this Caribbean medical school is. And again, there's some sort of correlation to that, but a whole lot of the time there is none. And I'll explain. So the truth about the matter is people drop out for several reasons, right? And I think most of these reasons are largely due to the individuals themselves, right? If I'm to put a percentage on it, I'm going to say 80 to 85% of the reasons why people drop out of Caribbean medical schools is due to their own personal dispositions, not to some sort of systematic error or something wrong with the school. Could there be some things wrong with the school? Of course, absolutely. Like for example, the testing styles of the school, the curriculum. This could just be some things that students are not used to and might be the reason why they fail. But trust me, a lot of the time, why people fail is just due to their own personal dispositions, okay? Some people are not ready for this journey, right? Some people are not meant to be doctors, and that's just the truth. That's the sad truth about it. Okay, some people just come here thinking medical school is going to be easy, they don't know how much work you have to put in, and they come in, they see how hard it is, they don't study, and they fail out, right? For the most part, this is actually what happens, right? So when you ask the question of attrition rate, and here, for example, 30%, 40%, I think we should think more about it and asking, okay, the attrition rate is 40%, so why exactly are people dropping out, right? Don't just conclude that because 40% of people are failing, there's something wrong with the school. If you come here with the mindset to succeed, to work hard, to work smart and excel, trust me, you are going to excel, right? So don't think too much about the attrition rate because people drop out for so many reasons, right? It could be family reasons, you know, it could be personal reasons, it could be financial reasons, right? A whole lot of things that people drop out for, right? So when we say attrition rate, just take that with a grain of salt, right? And something else I've really noticed is that we tend to attribute negative outcomes to situational factors rather than dispositional factors, right? That's a fundamental attribution error, right? So if, for example, people fail out of school, right, you're going to hear them say, oh, I failed out because the school is this, the school is that. But they don't think about maybe the possible reason could be because I didn't study as hard, or I didn't, you know, keep up with my studies and stuff like that. And I feel that's what happens a lot with the attrition rates in medical school. You might hear someone who dropped out, and when they speak about it, they speak about the school with so much disgust and so much, you know, hatred, right? But a lot of the time they're not willing to take responsibility for their actions, right? And again, like I said, this doesn't mean that the school is not to blame for some of the things, right? But most of the time, the reason why people drop out is just because of their own personal dispositions rather than any situational factors from like the school itself or stuff like that, okay? So that's just one thing I'm there to tell people out there who are looking into attrition rates for medical school. Personally, I don't think you should look at that. I don't think the attrition rates has anything to do with you. If you go to a school and tell yourself, I'm going to learn, I'm going to focus, I'm going to study, then I don't see any reason why you should not. Alright, so the second question I usually get asked is what percentage of people pass the step 1 on their first try, and how does the school prepare its students to take the step 1 examination? Right, so personally, I do not necessarily think those who pass step 1, you can attribute that passing to how well the school prepares them. I personally think that your success rate in your step 1 is largely due to how much work you put in, how much self-directed learning you undergo by yourself, rather than how much the school prepares you. Because personally, I don't think any school really prepares their students for its exams, be it either Caribbean medical schools or even the US medical schools either. Right? Because these schools, they just give you the foundation, right? They give you a solid foundation. They teach you the system, the diseases, all the basics you need to tackle these examinations. But success in step 1 is mostly due to how well you can navigate these questions, how well you can apply this knowledge, and how good of a test taker are you, right? How many questions have you reviewed? Those are things that actually make you succeed and pass in step 1, but the school doesn't really teach any of that. So I'm personally of the opinion that the schools don't directly prepare you for the exams, but they give you a solid foundation. Most of what you have to do to pass these examinations doesn't come from the school. It comes from how well you prepare yourself, your schedule. Do you do questions? Do you do first aid? Do you do your pathoma? Right? Have you taken good notes during your foundational courses? Those are the things I think actually contribute more directly to you passing these exams than whatever preparation the school gives you. Now, this is not to discredit the fact that the school has little input here and there on how well you're prepared. Like my school, for example, they give us shelf examinations. These are standardized examinations by the NBA directly. Most schools do that, right? They give you these examinations and they help you just test yourself on the standardized level, and you can see sort of like your rating with standardized examinations, right? They help out those ways, and I'm sure some of you might have seen these videos on the website of these schools that the students they say, oh, the school prepares us very well, this and that. That is true, but I'm personally of the opinion that the preparation the school gives us do not correlate directly with how well we do step 1 now. Because trust me, you can see someone from Harvard University, for example, getting like a 260 on the step examination. You can also see someone from there getting like a 220, right? What's the difference between that 260 and the person who got a 220 or a 230? It's not, if indeed it was a school who prepares them well for the examinations, then everybody will be getting like a 260, right? But the fact that, I feel what differentiates those two people is just how much work and effort and extra, effort the person who got 260 put into the examinations. I think that's what made them stand out and excel more at these exams than the person who got like a lower score. In this is my opinion on what I think. If you're taking the examinations and you feel your school really helped you out, I would love to know how they did that, and maybe I can change my perspective on this. But for now, that's just what I think. So just some final thoughts on this topic. It is okay to ask this kind of questions. It's okay to do some research, but I feel we should always have at the back of our mind that we can do whatever we put our minds to. And even if things don't work out the way you expected or the way you wanted them to work out, at least you can go back home beating your chest and tell yourself that I tried. Because trust me, you only truly fail when you stop trying. You only lose the battle when you stop fighting. So for all my followers, for all pre-meds who are considering the Caribbean medical school path, for all my fellow colleagues as well who are in Caribbean medical schools and they might feel that this path is not producing any fruits, this path is not the right path for them, I'm just trying to encourage you that it's time to keep your heads high. So it's time to start putting your ideas and thoughts into actionable steps. It's time to start taking action to achieve your goals, to achieve your dreams, okay? Don't just talk, but walk the walk. Don't just walk, but run. Because at the end of the day, you may fall or you may fly. But at least you can tell yourself that you had the heart to try. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.